The next morning I drove home, rehearsing the confrontation in my head. I didn't look tired. I looked terrifyingly calm. I had transcended exhaustion and anger. I felt brittle like glass, ready to shatter. But I needed to use that fragility as strength. Liam met me at the door with a worried expression. "Ilara, you look pale. Are you okay? The nausea is still there?" I managed a weak smile. "I'm fine, Liam. I need to talk to you, and your mother." His face clouded instantly. "My mother? Why? She was just here yesterday checking on things. Did she say something again? I'll talk to her, I promise." "No," I said, walking past him into the kitchen. "She didn't just say something. She did something, and I need you to understand exactly what that was before she has a chance to deny it." I sat him down at the kitchen table. I didn't cry. Crying would give Evelyn power. I was simply factual. For the last 3 weeks, my birth control has been inactive. I felt sick, I got tests, and those pills were confirmed to be placebos, high-dose vitamins. Liam's reaction was exactly what I expected. Instant denial, then misplaced pity for his mother. "Ilara, honey, that's impossible. You must have gotten a bad batch from the pharmacy. Or maybe you're just stressed. Mom wouldn't—" "Stop," I interrupted, holding up a hand. "I know your first instinct is to defend her, but I need you to trust me more than you trust her. For once." I pulled out my phone and found the video file. I didn't explain. I just pushed the phone across the table, angled so only he could see the screen clearly. "Watch this, Liam. Watch what your mother calls checking on things." He reluctantly picked up the phone. For the next 11 minutes, the only sound in the kitchen was the faint, tinny audio of Evelyn's high heels and the rustle of plastic. I watched his face as he watched his mother. The initial disbelief hardened into confusion, then horror, and finally, a white-hot flush of shame. He saw her walk in. He saw the practiced movement toward the cabinet. He saw her open the 2 packets and, with methodical precision, swap the real pills for the vitamins. He saw the triumphant, satisfied look on her face as she secured the counterfeit pack back in the cabinet. When the video ended, he didn't move. His hand still gripped the phone. "Liam?" I whispered. He looked up, his eyes bloodshot, lost. I don't understand. Why? Why would she do this? This is crazy. This is a violation." "Yes," I confirmed, my voice flat. "It is a violation. It is criminal. She has been actively medicating me against my will to force a pregnancy." He stood up, running his hands through his hair. "I have to call her. I have to talk to her. She has to explain this." "No," I said firmly. "You don't. We call her here, now, and we don't give her a chance to rehearse her lies. You confront her with the evidence. And then, Liam, you make a choice about which woman in your life you trust." Liam sent the text. "Mom, can you come over? Urgent family matter. Need to talk now." Evelyn was there in under 10 minutes. She swept in, smelling faintly of expensive perfume, already dramatic. "What is it? Is someone hurt? Ilara, darling, you look peaked. Is it the—" "Mom, stop." Liam cut her off, his voice trembling with the effort to control his fury. "Sit down." Evelyn faltered at the rare command in his voice. She sat, adjusting her jacket. Liam didn't mince words. He held the phone out, displaying the paused video. "We know what you did." Evelyn glanced at the screen. Her composure didn't shatter instantly. It fractured slowly, strategically. "I have no idea what that is," she said, raising an eyebrow. "Is that a surveillance camera? Ilara, spying on your own family? That's quite invasive." "Don't," I warned her, my voice rising slightly. "We have the original pills tested. They are inert. We have the video of you swapping the pills. You were replacing my actual prescription with prenatal vitamins to force me to get pregnant. You violated my medical privacy and my body." Liam's jaw was tight. "Why, Mom? Just tell us why." Evelyn dissolved into a performance of wounded motherhood. She clasped her hands to her chest. "Before we continue, we would like to thank all of you who support us by subscribing, liking, and sharing our content. The only appreciation we ask of you is that you subscribe, like and share this video if you are not yet one of our subscribers. Thank you. Oh, Liam, you believe this paranoia. Elara, I was just trying to help. You seemed so stressed, so run down. I bought you some beautiful organic restorative vitamins. They look similar to your medication. I must have accidentally placed them in the wrong foil when I was tidying up. She leaned forward, turning her full attention to me, the ultimate gaslight. I was only trying to give my son the happiness he deserves. You two are so focused on your careers. The clock is ticking. I just wanted to give you a blessing. I wanted to bring joy into this cold, empty house. Her defense was monstrous in its selfishness. She believed she was performing an act of love. She saw my body as a vessel and my consent as an obstacle she was entitled to remove. You acted like a criminal, Evelyn, I stated, completely steady. You chose to violate me. You chose to make a decision about my life and my body without my knowledge. Evelyn ignored me, turning her frantic focus back to Liam. Liam, darling, tell her. Tell her I would never hurt her. I only wanted a family for us. This was the pivotal moment. I looked at Liam. His face was a mask of agonizing conflict. He had seen the proof. He had heard the heinous justification. Now he had to choose. Mom, Liam said, his voice barely a whisper. You broke the law. You put my wife's health at risk. You made a choice for her body. Evelyn instantly shifted from wounded victim to raging fury. I raised you, Liam. I gave you everything. And this barren woman turns you against me over some pills. She's trying to destroy our family. She's lying to you. The video doesn't lie, Evelyn, I countered, standing up. And the doctor's report doesn't lie. Liam stood up too, slowly, his back rigid. He looked at his mother and then he looked at me. His choice, I knew, would define the next 20 years of our lives. Liam's response to his mother's rage was not immediate action, but a stunned silence. He watched Evelyn's calculated frenzy, the denial, the victimhood, the final desperate accusation that I was barren. And something finally cracked in his perception. Get out, Mom, he said, the words heavy and final. Evelyn froze. What? Get out of our house now, Liam repeated louder. And don't come back until I call you. Evelyn tried one last desperate play, reaching for his hand, but Liam pulled away. She left the house in a dramatic storm, the front door slamming behind her with a sound that felt like the definitive end of my marriage, even though she was the one walking out. Liam turned to me, his shoulders slumped. The proof was irrefutable, but the fallout was immense. Elara, I am so sorry. I can't believe she would do that. I feel sick. I felt sick too, Liam, I said, my voice still cold. The emotional dam hadn't broken yet. I was running on pure adrenaline and self-preservation. I need to know something. Did you know? No, God, no. How could you even ask that? He was horrified, genuinely, because you defended her every single time she crossed a boundary. You gave her the key. You dismissed my stress as enthusiasm. You let her dictate the terms of our life for years. I need to know where your loyalty truly lies, Liam, because she violated my body and I recorded it in our house. Liam sank back into his chair, covering his face with his hands. I am horrified, Elara. I was blind, I knew she was obsessive, but this is malice. But horror wasn't enough. I needed action. I needed assurance that this fundamental breach of trust would be addressed legally and definitively. I need to contact the police, Liam, I stated. This is not just a family disagreement. This is a crime, reproductive coercion, medical battery. Liam flinched. The police? Elara, that's Mom. She'll go to jail. We can handle this privately. I will cut her off completely. I'll get the locks changed. We will move. She needs consequences that you cannot mediate, Liam, I insisted. This is about my fundamental right to choose. If we let this go, you are effectively telling me that what she did was acceptable because she's your mother. He pleaded with me. Give me a day, please. Let me talk to a lawyer first. Let's send her a cease and desist. I need to protect us, Elara, but I also need to protect myself from what happens when I put my mother in front of a court. His phrasing was telling. He needed to protect himself from the fallout, not me from the initial trauma. I realized I couldn't rely on him for my safety. My security lay in the proof and in the law. I drove straight to a specialized family attorney I found online, one who dealt with medical privacy violations. I brought the video footage and the doctor's report confirming the inert nature of the pills. The lawyer was shocked. "This is a clean case, Ilara. We can pursue criminal charges, or we can go straight for a massive civil suit and a permanent restraining order based on medical battery." I chose the civil route. I wanted Evelyn to feel the financial and social sting, but more importantly, I wanted a legal wall between us that Liam could never tear down. Before we continue, we would like to thank all of you who support us by subscribing, liking, and sharing our content. The only appreciation we ask of you is that you subscribe, like, and share this video if you are not yet one of our subscribers. Thank you. The lawyer moved quickly, drafting papers demanding a permanent restraining order, a written apology, and compensation for the emotional and medical distress caused. It was a formal, legal declaration that Evelyn was a threat. When I returned home, Liam was still distraught. He had called his father, who was equally stunned and angry at Evelyn's actions. Mr. Harrison, surprisingly, was entirely on my side. He said Evelyn had become unhinged in her pursuit of a grandchild. I presented the restraining order papers to Liam. I filed for a civil injunction and a restraining order. It's the only way to ensure she can never come near me or our home again. Liam read the documents, his face pale. "This is permanent. This is destroying her." "She destroyed my trust, Liam. She was willing to destroy my future," I countered. "The question is, are you willing to sign these documents acknowledging that your mother poses a threat to me?" He hesitated. He looked at the paper, the final binding legal document that severed his wife from his mother. "If you don't sign these, Liam," I said, putting my hand on the doorknob, "I'm leaving. Now. I cannot live with a man who prioritizes his mother's emotional comfort over his wife's safety and bodily autonomy." The air was thick with the weight of that ultimatum. I watched him. He realized that this wasn't just about Evelyn. It was about the fundamental respect that our marriage was supposed to be built on. He had failed me, and now he had one chance to prove he could protect me,